there's one side. There's the creative collaboration side, and then there's the individual artist side. So your group collaborative effort would be a Kanye West. Like he works with Consequence, Common, that whole like good music. Like Kanye's a collaborator. You know what I mean? Puff Daddy is in the same. And then you could add Drake onto that list. And then you have another side. Your Rakims, your Big Daddy Kanes, your Nas's, your Jay-Z's, where those guys are pretty much 100%, 99% writing all their material. So I wasn't really shocked to hear Drake had help. I guess you could say quote unquote help. It's okay. However you get it out there is okay. But just know this: you sacrifice saying you're the greatest MC once you accept that collaborative help. That's just how it is. That's just the rules of our culture. We didn't make them. That's just what it is. And as long as it sounds good, that's all I care about. You know what I mean? Because I grew up on artists that have had ghostwriters. You know what I mean? And I've had artists who wouldn't even come close to saying, "Hey, can you help me write this bar?" But just know, the hit that you're gonna take when you want to say you're the greatest of something. You know what I mean? So
can you say that you were in the top 5, or can you say that you one of the best to ever do it, and somebody write you? To me, you automatically knocked out that conversation, and you pretend like Eric Sermon, like he a rapper, but he's not. Nobody gonna bring up Eric Sermon and be like, okay, no, he one of the best to do it. No, he was a good dude, but he's not elite. To me, you can't be elite and you're cheating.
Right. Keith Murray,
Red Man. Fine you in football or baseball for that. Or suspend you. You're cheating.
Right. Yeah. In the MC, in the MC lane is what. Just to clarify that.
Yeah, exactly.
Straight
like
up.
The ghostwriting aspect. I mean, like I said, from an artist's perspective, it's not cool. And then Kendrick been taking shots, Drake on the low, like all the time. Like on the King Kunta record, he was like a rapper with a ghostwriter. Man, what happened? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He wasn't Drake bad, though. He wasn't Drake bad. He just praying Drake respond. But I think Drake, I'm gonna leave that alone.
He already swung that. He already swung that punch at him. But
at the Deep Water record on the Dr. Dre album, on the Compton album,
I'm listening to that today.
Drake that whole verse.
Oh, for real?
It was like Drake that whole verse. You gotta really listen.
Which song?
Crazy. But
which song, man?
It's called Deep Water.
I just got that album today. I gotta check that out.
Another artist on there, but when Kendrick starts, he starts spinning about being nominated to 6 to carry him, something, and it's just bad, like that's what really
it is bad. I hear it,
and that's why I said what I said earlier with it's easy to filter it out, like. When you put the dots together, when you connect the dots, it's like, okay, Kendrick obviously is more creative and has respect for hip hop. I feel like if you're gonna sit there and take Drake's side, you don't respect hip hop. You don't respect what you don't respect it, because if you really have love for the music, how can you take the side of something that he put out that's not his? You know what I'm saying? If you like that artist for what they do and their, personality whatsoever, like, okay, but don't sit there and say he's one of the best if what he's doing is not his.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't, that's just so disrespectful. Like, it's like, to me, hip hop is your own unique expression of what you want people to hear or what you want to do.
Well, Mac, for me, and I'm assuming for Armand as well, the first time we kind of had this our Drake Meek Mill ghostwriting thing. For us, for me, it was when Jay-Z said on Volume 1, this was when I was in like 8th grade, but he was like, ghostwriter, for the right price, I can even make yo ish tighter. And then we was like, whoa, like who he talking about? You know what I mean? And then Mad Skillz came out. That's another VA MC. Mad Skillz came out with the song Ghostwriter. And Mad Skillz was talking about everybody who he ghostwriter for, but he bleeped it out. I'm sorry. The original song had who he was talking about. And they were throwing lawsuits at him, so they bleeped it out. And but that was the first time I had even like, I was like, wait, hold on. So it's rappers that Jay-Z wrote for? Like that. So that was the first time we saw that concept. And then you know, on like the cool side of it, it is a lucrative way to make money because you have people like Sauce Money, Mad Skillz, guys that really don't have the look or the, you know, the pull to be a artist, but these guys are still getting checks because they wrote big smash records that you would never. Jadakiss is another one, you know, ghostwriters that you would never know. So, but go ahead.
I'm gonna let you in the conscience real quick.
Hey, brother.
And
Please do.
And I've wrote for artists before. Like I wrote lines for local artists before. I dropped a song and the dude sent me an inbox like, yo, can you write me something to this beat? Okay, $75. I'll write the whole thing. Just some little local stuff, you know what I'm saying? But in my head, it's like, okay, I'm going to write for him, but I'm not going to write to the knowledge that I have of something I would drop. But I'm going to write something good enough that he'll be satisfied with. You know what I'm saying? Then, as the road goes on, it's like I look at him as like, on the competitive side, it's like, you're not touching me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's all right for you. In the long road, you're not touching me. Like, I never want to, you can't spar with me.
Right.
If I'm right for you. So it's like on the competitive thing, like I'm ahead of the game. If I'm where I'm at now, you know, still working a 9 to 5, blah blah blah. If somebody asks me to ghostwrite for them, you already know the potential of your own self. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you said, like Jay-Z wrote for people and Jadakiss wrote for people. It's like that's probably the same thoughts they have. Like, you know, it's like, oh, I already know how sick I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I can make somebody else stuff better.
Right.
And I feel like that's just an aspect of hip hop too. Like you just gotta filter it. I mean, I feel like it's no competition. There's no competitive thing going on with the hip hop thing either.
Well, but when you just
there's
said,
there's no one saying that, oh, I'm the best. These dudes are watered down. There's been a few times where people have done it, like Kendrick, but it's not no, you know, head-to-head competition thing. It's just all for show.
but when you just said that, when you just like detailed that Confessions of a Ghostwriter, that to me as a rapper, because you know I MC'd at an early age, you know, 13, 12, 14. You know, I wrote, but to me that would immediately take the fun out of everything I'm doing. To say, hey, to call you and be able to say, man, can you write this?
Somebody calling you to like say, yo, can you get me some chicks or give me some legs? Like, yo, can you get me some? I can't get that myself. Like, can you know any chicks? Like, what?
But that's the fun.
And then go outside and call yourself a pimp. Like, yo, you don't pimping? Like, no, man, you just call me. You ain't got no work in your phone.
Straight up, man.
But there was so many people defending that they don't care that Drake was accused of it. That's what shocked me. I thought people were like, okay, come on. But they were defending him. Like, who cares? I don't care.
But are not like the temple hip hop is not represented on Twitter. You know, like we already said this. Like all Meek had to do was just sprinkle a little shadow of doubt. Ooh, I don't know, y'all. He might be getting help. We'll see. Throw a couple jabs on record. I think his age actually was his Achilles heel in this particular situation, because he went to Twitter and blah 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 blah, and that's just like that wasn't the way to do that, But that goes to our next topic, social media. So, is it a hinder or is it a help? What you guys think? We put it on the table.
I think it depends on the situation. Like if you're talking about some like unrest going on in another country, and they tweeting about, they throwing out images of what's going on, some protests, it's cool. But like when you're talking about people, back in the day, it was college was the social media. Back in the day, it wasn't social media, but it was like if you was a cornball in high school, you actually didn't leave and go to like Georgia and become someone.
Right.
Nobody don't know you. Right. You could create a person, like create a player on a game.
Mm-hmm.
But now when you online, it's like, well, my problem online is what you want. But just the disrespect that I get in a lot of political conversations. I'm talking about politics or like rap. It's like people be so disrespectful. I'm like, yo, I think we're having this conversation in the barbershop. I don't think this conversation will go like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It would be a way more respectful conversation. People be, I don't know. I do think it hinders society a lot. Even with like cyberbullying. You probably could, understand that. But my generation just blocked the dude. If somebody talking trash to you, I don't think it's bullying online. I just don't think, maybe that's showing my age. But I always thought somebody was talking about you online. You can just block them. If you don't want to see something, you just block them. But I understand the crazy rhetoric online. It's like they get offensive sometimes. It's like, these dudes is clowns. Activists. I call them activists.
It's like you said, it's disrespectful, and it's because I was raised in the generation of social media. Like when I remember having a MySpace in like late middle school. You know what I'm saying? Going into the Facebook.
Hey, you taking it back, Mac? Talking about MySpace.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it just, I guess, it's like you said, people create another person. Like nobody want to be themselves. They can be someone else on the social media, and like it's good for some reasons. Like you said, for like news and stuff, like maybe some information on ISIS or etc. Or like things that's going on in places that do not, just for general knowledge purposes. But for like the people that just go up there and they just put filth up there, and they just spreading negativity all the time. That's not good for the generation that's growing into it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kids that all they know is Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got all peoples of all ages on that. So it's like they can learn, I don't know, it should be a filter. But it's just so freely, it's free expression. And it's too free. It's too free for the youth, I think. Like, so I think it's a hindrance. Like, I don't think it's good. Because I always told myself, if I didn't have, I might say some quotes or something that's personal up there, but if I didn't do music, I wouldn't have a Twitter. Because everything I say up there makes me mad.
Mm-hmm.
Most 98% makes me angry. For example, Young Thug is so underrated, he's going to be one of the best. Like, what?
Oh, God, don't get on
him.
Then
you got a whole bunch of people supporting it. Like, it's like, what are y'all, why? And then you have people that want to trend, oh, yeah, I'm going to listen to Young Thug, and even if he is, gay, whatever, I'm going to still like it and think he's the best, too. Like, young people are influenced.
Young Thug is trash. I just had an argument in the barbershop about that dude.
So, I never heard none of his music.
Hey, do your ears a favor, bro. Keep it like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop saying young boys don't know music because Mac proved me wrong. I feel Mac, I'll be stereotyping. I'll be throwing y'all everybody in your bracket in the box like young man. I ain't